Hey y'all, good evening. Woo, I'm tired. I'm still at the store. I told my girls to go home and I get an Uber. I wanted to come and talk to you all about some things that we have lined up at Erzeli's Conjure Garden and Big Liz Conjure Corner. You all know that we have been offering online classes under a number of courses. So far, since I've been in business, we've offered crystal magic, we've offered mindfulness and meditation, we've offered conjure for everyday living. In addition, we've offered courses specifically hoodoo for people of color. When I went to go make the store, Mambo wanted me to be as successful as possible. My Mambo in Haiti. Hello, everybody. And one of the things she did tell me was to have something for everybody. So I know that I have a diverse set of clients that come from all different walks of life. I've done work for people in Ireland and China. I've done work for people in Africa. And I've had students take courses that were living in Serbia. I had a student come here when she was visiting the States from Saudi Arabia. I think it's very important to have a well-balanced magical practice. So that being said, yeah, there are certain classes that I teach, basically the hoodoo ones. And I'll tell you why. I don't think that I could teach classes about other people's ancestral practices if there are not my ancestors that are involved. And I tell people, I'm very much a person who believes that your magic is made stronger by working with the spirits that are closest to you. When people are starting off in this conjure life and they don't know exactly what to do, you will find that they are stepping into practices and dealing with spirits where they don't have a cultural connection. And I'm going to tell you right now that no matter who you are, what race you are, your most effective magic will be with your ancestors. So, that being said, tomorrow I'm working with local witch and author Patty Whittington to talk about working with your ancestors from a non-hoodoo perspective. Ancestor veneration, if you watch things like there's this one series, even though the guy gets on my goddamn nerves, called Dark Tourism, you will see how people around the world are venerating their ancestors and how they work with their ancestors. And if you look online, you can look in foreign countries that are foreign to you and see the ancestral and magical practices of people throughout the world. Now, granted, yes, science says that human life as we know it began in Africa. So, yeah, a lot of practices stem from our culture, and they're modified and fitted to work within the context of someone else's culture. And that's what happens with cultural evolution and evolution in general. So, keeping that in mind, we've got some really cool stuff coming up that's going to be available for all people. I honestly believe that if people all over come into working with spirit, working with ancestors that can make positive change in your life, that this world will be a better place for everybody. So, it's like, sometimes we have situations, especially as Black occultists, when we see people grasping or embracing things that are very sometimes secretive, sometimes linked by ancestral bloodline. We're always saying, go get your own ancestors. Okay. Hi, Mambo Yansa. And then they're like, well, shit, how? Because they haven't been taught any better than, a lot of us who are brainwashed by the church. So that's why it's necessary to find people who are experts in certain things and bring them in. That was the whole purpose for me having this particular store, and to see it more as a spiritual center. I do think that then there are also people who come from various cultural backgrounds that also need to connect. Okay? So that is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get all of us who are, people who are interested in these alternative forms of spirituality to branch out. But that branching out comes, thank you. I got these from Motown Witch, and this as well, this Africa symbol. I got these from Yvette Wyatt, the Motown Witch. It was funny because I think I bought this one year and it didn't have earrings to wear with it. And then I got these at her booth the next year. So that was really cool. It was like Kismet. So, we are supposed to be growing as spiritual beings. We are to be moving away from the things that oppress us and the oppressors. The only way that we can really do that is through education, because we have been told for so long that our belief systems are evil, that they are not of God, and that they will cause you eternal damnation and hellfire. I don't want anybody to feel that way about this, because for me, it has changed my life. It has made me understand the complexities of humanity. And even for the things I can't understand, it has helped me to reconcile certain things. But it is also in my mind, I always talk about this poem called Invicticus that they used to make us read and recite often when I was in Maywood Public Schools, which were, when I was a student there, an amazing experience. We began every day with the Black National Anthem. But that poem says that I am the master of my fate and I am the captain of my soul. And so for more people to realize how that they can take what the spirits have given to us and to make positive change is very important, as we, are really steamrolling towards a social revolution, and things are rapidly changing that the old guard doesn't want us to change. Well, we have to form ourselves a spiritual army. We have to have one that will combat the evils of oppression, racism, sexism, homophobia. We have to find ways to make this world a better place for us to live. You don't have to agree with how somebody lives in order not to oppress their way of life, the things that make them them. You don't have to. And so we have to fight the people that do. And for me, I have found, and even if you look back to the civil rights movement, using spirituality as a tool to fight oppression. It's part of my culture. It's part of my history. And, oppression comes in many forms. I work with a lot of women who have been in abusive situations, both Black and white and Latino, all different colors. And one of the things that I find that is symptomatic with that is that we've lost our ability to fight. We've lost the confidence in ourselves that we can manifest change. And see, that's what you're going to have to know in order to make it through this life. That you're never stuck. You're never stuck. There's always a way. The only thing that can stop you in this life is death. And that is something that will happen to each and every one of us, whether we like it or not. But in the meantime, you are on this earth to serve a purpose. You are on this earth to train to be a better ancestor. Now, that being said, I know that a lot of reasons that a lot of non-Black people don't like working with their ancestors is because their ancestors were less than desirable people. And Patty's class is going to cover that. You don't have to entertain every ancestor in your bloodline in order to venerate your ancestors. You don't have to work with spirits who are problematic. You got to think about it this way. In real life, there are ancestors you don't want in your damn house, or relatives rather. People that may have issues with kleptomania, or they just have a negative personality, or they're always starting some shit. But then when you stop to think about it, sometimes you might need to employ some of them to get some of this baneful magic done. So, Patty's class is going to go through, genealogy and trying to find out where you are and the belief systems of your ancestors. And we're also going to touch on ancestors that are problematic, and it was for me, this particular topic actually caused a bit of a conundrum for me, because my thing is, well, do we want to tell folks that don't know how to act, how to work with their ancestors who also don't know how to act? But trust and believe there's plenty of that going on. When I tell you that witchcraft is real and people might want to laugh and joke, I got one sentence for you. Donald Trump is president. How the fuck you think he got there? Thank you, Mambo. I got these from the Motown Witch. She's in Detroit. If you look her up on Facebook, she's amazing. So I'll say it again. And I liked, there's an article on Patty's website, and it's talking about cultural appropriation. She talks about it from a Native American perspective, but that can be retrofitted into any of them. And, a lot of people who want to come in and jump into these practices, well, first of all, they don't know enough about the practices to know whether or not that's something that they should be involving their spirit in. But secondly, the lack of respect, because often what happens is people come in to practices that are not theirs. They don't understand the culture. They don't understand the reasons for different spiritual rituals and things like that. And sometimes they just jump right in, make mistakes, say insulting things, or do it wrong because they don't have no training. Okay? So this is something, in addition to, we have guided meditation at least twice a month that is available in store and through our video conferencing. I am trying to rewrite the playing cards course. That is a course where everybody can take that course. Patty will also be teaching a tarot series in the fall. My sister Josie is going to be teaching crystal magic. My sister Melissa is going to be teaching herbal magic. But y'all don't give me a break between, all the work I have to do here and, the different stuff. Y'all be blowing up my inboxes with bullshit. The latest one is somebody sending a really positive, affirming message by a sister, but at the end of it, she's like, in Jesus' name. And I'm like, did you even listen to all of this before you sent this shit to me? So, hey, if you need me, you got some real legitimate shit going on, great. Otherwise, check the website. People keep asking, when am I offering courses again? Well, I can't post them if you keep asking. So tonight, I got the hoodoo courses for the rest of June up. I'm looking at the new date for Hoodoo 201. And let me take a look at that calendar because I like to do things in moon cycles. Hoodoo 201 will take place right before the full moon. So for July, it will be the 13th and the 14th. I start Hoodoo 201 tomorrow, so I won't be available for pretty much anything, including the store. My daughter, we're closing early tomorrow. We're closing at 3 because we're going to have a little barbecue to celebrate the baby's first birthday. But I'll be here until 6 with my students, and then I'll go home to join the party. And I'll also be teaching on Sunday. So, we're working to get more classes out to you guys. If you are a qualified instructor, I got to harass one of my girlfriends who's working with her EI, because we're going to be doing an introduction to Ifa and the Orisha here and remotely for people who are interested in that path. If you are an experienced conjurer, godparent, and instructor, and you think that you have, a general non-initiatory studies class that you would like to teach, you can talk to me about possibly offering that through the website. So, the goal here is for all of us to get our best magical life on. My commitment has not changed to my people and my community, and in the things that I'm teaching them so that they can liberate themselves from oppression, much like our ancestors did in Haiti and every place where we had slave revolts. But I understand that there is a larger need in the community at large for spiritual and magical education, that a lot of the cultural appropriation that we witness a lot of times is because people aren't taught properly, and not taught within their own cultures. The advent of Christianity wiping out paganism, happened a long time ago. So you taught angel and astrology classes? Well, Devin, send me your Liz at biglizconjure.com. Send me your syllabus or your course outline, and we'll get together and we'll talk, because hey, I definitely, if you guys have I love the Loa too. They've been everything to me. If you guys have classes you've taught, books that you want to sell, different things like that, I'm trying to help everybody get their best spiritual life together, including my own. I'd like to have a lot more time to learn, so I can't learn if I'm always teaching. So having additional instructors available through my platform is a goal, because I would much rather continue to learn. I learn a lot by teaching. You'd be surprised when one of the reasons why I do not record my hoodoo courses is because Spirit gives me stuff just for that group. Every single time I teach new ways to do spell work. I was explaining to somebody that if you went and you got, one of these soy candles, I noticed that the candle dye, and I don't think you can see this too good here, but the candle dye came off from another candle on to this candle when I was teaching class. And Devin, I think you sent me that book. I just haven't had a chance to read it yet. But if you hold a soft, often a soy paraffin mixed candle, you can imprint a candle with your fingerprints. So, getting your target to hold a candle for you, is always a good idea. Then you actually have their unique personal concern. And that was something that just came up in the middle of class that I had never considered before. And that's how you build your magical acumen, by doing the work. I just had a reading with a young lady that I did a reading from before, and she has a witch box, and I'm like, I'm going to need you to get off of Zoom and get to work, because you have every fucking thing at your fingertips to do what you need to do. You just need to do it. And yes, the reading did confirm what she needed to do. And it's good. Learn a divination method. I'm going to commit to relaunching the playing card divination course in probably later this summer. I just want to do a little additional research that I haven't had the ability to do, because it's been very busy trying to set the store up and keep the website going and work my job and be mama and grandma and auntie and mama to everybody. And that's okay, because I enjoy this. This is my life, okay? At the same time, there are lots of things that I don't get to do. As it is, I got to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Well, I can't get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and cut my grass, but maybe 9, so that I can get here around 11 to teach my class. So, there's just a lot of things that I'm only one person, and that is one of the reasons why I'm hiring additional instructors. But we had meditation for mindfulness and spirit connection. Nobody signed up for the first date. We did have someone come in here for our guided meditation. The stuff is available. It's on the website. And with the exception of courses that specifically say for people of color, they're available for everybody. So I encourage you, if you don't know how to meditate, and Devin, great, I'll check out that book. I'll check it out because magic is truly wonderful. If you don't know how to meditate, if you've never been in a guided meditation, Sharonda's awesome for the guided meditation. Tiffany's going to be amazing teaching you meditation and trance work, some of her specialties. And I'm going to get off of here right now because I know my sister Josie is going to strangle me if I don't get back to her about her outline for crystal magic. So we can get this up and get this going and get this on and popping, because everybody can use crystals and everybody can work with their ancestors, but you just need to know how to get there. And I think that the more we bring people closer to spirit, the better this world will be. So with that being said, love, peace, Afro Greece, love your people, y'all who's black, stay black, and I will talk to you soon. But the new Hoodoo courses are on the website. 201 is about to be launched. The July date is about to be posted. You have to have a divination from me, and you have to have at least taken Hoodoo 101 in order to take 201. I've also given out several scholarships this week. So the people that I've been interacting with, and I will continue to give scholarships to people. And thank you. I got these from Motown Witch, which again, shameless plug. And I got this necklace from her as well. I want you all to really live your best life. I don't want you out here in these magical streets not knowing what the hell you're doing. I want people to use this magic for good, but I also want you to be able to use this magic for protection, reversal, and retaliation if you need to get that ass. Because there's some motherfuckers out here that need to be handled. And the only way that you can get that work accomplished and have the confidence to be able to go out here and do that type of work is by doing the basics first. Cleansing, protecting, reversing bullshit, and working with your ancestors. Those things are so very, very important to your magical practice, and I cannot stress those enough. They were life-changing for me, and I know that they can be life-changing for you. So I'm hoping, you all worry me about these goddamn classes. Sign up for them. Buy them. Take them. Show up. That's another thing. Stop signing up for classes that have either already taken place or that you can't get to, because you only get one reschedule in 6 months. Otherwise, it's forfeited. So please, it's a nightmare. If you've paid for any of the Hoodoo 100s and you've missed a class, let me know. I will send you the links to the new one. But I'm not going to follow up behind you because you didn't come to class. Okay? So that's not going to happen. So I've been a college professor. I was a college professor for 20 years. I ain't chasing after no grown-ass people. Y'all buy a class, y'all don't come to it. It's up to you to work with me so you can take it at a different time. So I look forward to you all continuing to support this business. A great deal of our income comes from classes. And I was just saying, Josie, I'm going to email you tonight. I'm about to look at your outline for crystal magic, and so that we can get that up. But if you've missed classes, I'm not going to chase you to get you to make them up. I can't. I cannot do that. So you guys, if you missed a class and you took the Hoodoo 100s, there are 6 sessions. There's 2 more installations of that happening this month, and you need to jump up on one of them. Okay? Y'all take care. I need to take my black ass home. I'm so tired, but I got to get this Hoodoo 201 up, and I'm probably about to call it a day. Take care. Bye.